Yo, what's up, everybody? I want to take you through my new song, Feels Like Home, because I'm really proud of it. And fun fact, I've made maybe 10 versions of this song over the course of a year or something. And before, when I was like, hey, I'm coming back to YouTube and I've got all these things ready, it was ready, but since then, I've redone it. Because I just had to. It wasn't where it needed to be. I bought a new microphone, and then I was like, man, this new microphone is great, so I need to redo everything. The joys of making tunes, bro. So I thought maybe I'd take you through the track. Got the computer here, got it all happening. Strap on in. Let's have a listen. Okay. Hi, guys. Hi, how are we? This is my session on Luna, and it's real messy. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different colors, because at this point, when I've finished a mix, at this point, it's just chaos, and I'm just trying to make my computer not break, and I'm just trying to be able to press play and listen to the thing. So that's why nothing looks professional or good. Not because I'm not professional or not good. Maybe. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so where to start? Let's start with the intro. One of the reasons I had such a difficult time with this is because there's so much acoustic guitar. And my last mic and my skills, I couldn't record the acoustic guitar in a way that didn't suck to my ears. And because the whole song's based around acoustic guitar and vocals, obviously, it's like, it needs to sound good. Otherwise, everything else is just going to sound shit in comparison, you know? So I found like I could get the rest of the instruments sounding good, but then when you have the acoustic guitar there and it's sounding like little and shrill and just yuck, I then needed to make everything else sound a little bit shrill and yuck to like fit in, if that makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a listen to the intro, which is just acoustic guitar and some fun little effects and stuff. Pretty. So in the intro, we've got acoustic guitar, piano, but also some weird little synthy sound pad sort of things. So this one is called Cool Guitar Vibe Pad Copy 2, which is a classic in the audio production community. Have a listen to this. I thought that was pretty cool. That's software. It kind of sounds like Sitari, which is kind of fun. And then there's the main piano, which is just doing distant kind of stuff. And then there's all these little extra guitar, electric guitar solo-y bits. And all the electric guitars are real. And there's some other things going on there too, but all together, it sounds like this. One thing I really wanted to play with in this was doubled vocals, but like putting them in different spaces in the stereo field, which is like your left speaker and right speaker, like where you can put them in there and how that affects how, like the space of things. So throughout the tune, the lead vocal basically is the same, like the space doesn't really change in there, but then sometimes the vocal will be like in the middle, and then there'll be two other ones like pretty close to it singing the same thing. Then other times they'll be fully to the sides. Then other times there'll be like multiple kind of going around. I know that makes sense. I'll play you what I mean. Nights just sharing how we've grown. So this is just the voice on its own. Broken pieces mending on their own. And then this bit, some extras come in. Tales of magic where everything's a song.
I've forgotten how it feels to rather be alone.
And then back in the chorus.
It feels like home. It feels like home.
And that sort of thing happens throughout the whole tune. Like we go from being boom, center, boom, wide, boom, somewhere in the middle. I thought that was kind of fun. One thing I really love doing is making sure the song like takes you on a journey. Like it starts real small, gets real big, goes back down to small, or whichever, vice versa. But the first time you hear the drums isn't until after the first chorus. And I think that's kind of cool. Like you're kind of sailing along smoothly, and then all of a sudden, boom, and there's some beats happen. Yeah, I'll play that. This is first chorus.
It feels like home. It feels like home.
Now the bass comes in.
Ocean days where sunlight plays through trees.
I think the drums are pretty fun. They're samples of someone playing fingers, like finger drums. I'll play you what that sounds like. I think that's pretty cool. And it's all fake. Like, well, not fake, it's sampled instruments. So I was playing that on my keyboard, and it's a recording of someone tapping the drums with their hands, which I thought was pretty fun. The other cool thing that comes in when the band comes in is this guitar. I call it a guitar chug. It's maybe, I don't know, and it's a little dirty, and it's kind of fun. So I'll play you what that sounds like. All right, so I struggle with wanting to put everything in all the time, because when I'm making tunes, I can hear like 100 different options, and I'm like, this is sick, let's fucking, wow, we're gonna go. And it's great, but then what happens, it becomes just this mess where nothing's impactful because there's just everything happening all the time. So I really force myself to like pull it back a bunch and only occasionally have extra little flourishes of sounds and stuff, and the electric guitar is one of those things. So here's a bit of guitar in the verse and what they're doing. I know that I just said I tried to pull it back on this one, but I see we come up to the bridge and there's just a shitload of guitars playing. So I'll play you what's happening there with just the guitars. Arguably way too much, but you put it in with the whole thing and it sounds pretty good, I think. At least I hope it sounds pretty good. So here's that section again, but with all of the instruments. And it sounds nice and washy, which is kind of what I wanted out of it anyway, because this is like the bit of the song where you're supposed to be taken away, like you're singing on mountains and shit. So it should feel like you're high up and there's like clouds and space and love, man. It's love. I also did quite a lot of backing vocals for this bit. And I tried something new this time where usually when I want something to be big and airy and wide and stuff, I'll just cover it all in reverb. And I think that makes it sound too washy. So I've been playing with like making one or two elements really washy and then the rest of them really like dry, if that makes sense. And I think when you put the two together, or especially within the track, you can't really tell. It all just kind of sounds nice, as opposed to like a big mush. So I'll play you the vocals just by themselves.
I hope we always kiss like we do now. Forever still isn't enough somehow, and I can find a seeking sky inside your eyes. It's like a dream, but I've realized it feels like home.
So that's kind of cool. I'll play you just the BBs on their own.
I hope we always kiss like we do now. Forever still isn't enough somehow, and I can find the singing sky inside your eyes. It's like a dream, but I realize.
You'll hear that individually things sound pretty rough, and I kind of do that on purpose. Partly I do it on purpose because I don't really know how to make things like real schmick, but also I kind of do it on purpose because I don't want it to be real, like too mechanical or too like produced, if that makes sense. So you'll hear like a lot of breaths and a lot of like not fully perfectly tuned notes and stuff. And I think that's way closer to reality, which is what I like to do. Like, I think music these days is often very, not robotic, but like very perfect sounding, which is great sometimes, but I don't want to do that. I want things to sound like it's people making it, even though it's just me in my room. Yeah, I don't know. Similar concept with the outro. I think I made the lead vocal really lots of delays, but then the BBs are kind of dry, I think. Let's have a listen to that.
Feels like home, home, home. It feels like
I think it sounds pretty nice. Now that same section with just the instruments. There's a lot of stuff going on in the guitars there as well, and also the keys. Everyone's doing like little. I tried to make them happen at different times. I don't think I always did that, but that was my attempt anyway. So you'd hear something coming over here, and then you'd hear something over there, while the vocals are like around you, giving you like a nice warm bath, you know, nice soapy warm bath. And here's that same section with everything.
feels like home, It feels like home.
Another fun thing that I've done differently this time, or at least more intentionally, this is getting a little bit niche and nerdy, but using room reverbs, uh, but like way more and on everything in the same room to try to make it sound like everything was recorded in the same space. And obviously, it was recorded in the same space, like literally right here, but not everything is really recorded with a microphone in here. There's a lot of it's like software instruments, VSTs and stuff. So you want to, and they were all recorded in their own room. So you want to like have some sort of cohesive space. And I'll play you what I mean. It's a little bit subtle, kind of not, kind of is. But like, for example, here are the guitars with no room. And then here are the guitars with the room put in. And now here's just the room by itself. So it sounds quite shit on its own, but I've done that to like everything. So hey, here's a fun little experiment. Let's listen to everything with no rooms in it and then see how that sounds. Sounds great, I think. But we put the rooms back in and hopefully it'll be a little bit more like you're in a space and a bit more natural. Off. Doing that, I don't actually know which one I like better. And that's okay, because learning every time, you know? And sometimes it takes a month or two after you've finished a project to go back and be like, I don't like what I did there, or I want to do this differently, you know? And that's okay. I think it sounds great anyway. I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff I wanted to show you. I hope you like the song. I spent a lot of time and effort onto it. And here's a fun fact. It's the first love song I've written and released while I'm still with the person that I wrote it about. So, go me. Hooray for life. Hooray for love. And hooray for fucking tunes, bro. That's it. Any questions? Let me know. I can go deeper into anything. Well, not anything. I do spend a bit of time like reading and learning stuff, but there's a lot of information out there on, you know, everything. So maybe I could go deeper into music production if there's anything that I've missed or anything you want to focus on. Otherwise, have a great day and we'll see you again soon.